have your period ever affect your work? If so, how do you deal with it?
Thank you so much. This is good questions. And I think that some of the country already give some days off when the women are in the period, so they can take 2-3 days off and stay at home. It depends to the woman. I'm a lucky one because I don't have to a lot of pain, but of course, I think it's important if you are really in a pain and you have to visit your doctor, and of course they will prescribe you something medicine to make your yourself to feel better and to pass this period of time like a bit much easier than usually. And of course, try to not be nervous. Don't take anything personal. Drink a lot of tea, which is necessary sometimes for us. So yeah, it's like we need to be more calm and take easy them and not take, because we are very emotional at that time. And just we know all this is just for a few days and it will pass. And important is not take anything personal and keep calm. It's just a self-control.
Anything you want to add, Tanya?
Yeah, of course. Thank you for asking these questions. Yeah. You know, I think it's very good to speak enough about this one as well. Speaking for me, I'm not as lucky as Christina, so it's very painful. So sometimes it's very hard to focus, you know, and to be here 100%. So listen to yourself. What I learned so far throughout all these years, because I mean we learn to cope with it since we are kids, I mean teenager, right? And is that it's not a bad thing if one day we're not at our 100%. It's a natural thing. There's nothing we can do to not make it happening, and we need to live with it. So if that day you can't give your 1000% as you always do, it's not a problem. Listen to yourself. It's fine, you know. I know maybe if you have a man who is a line manager, it's not so easy to go and tell him, you know, today I got my period, so maybe, but speak to your colleague, and that kind of also can decompress a little bit of that pressure that Christina was mentioning, because yeah, sometimes it's not easy. I need to tell you, sometimes I would just be under my duvet all the day long and not coming to work. But I think we already make a huge effort on these days when it's not easy to come to work. And then put aside the important thing, if you can, and maybe you will do them when you're feeling better. Sometimes, of course, especially when you are on, like myself and Christina, on IS kind of job spec, there's an important meeting you still need to attend. And that's where, you know, you learn how to do that. But maybe don't overload your day. So if you already know that you have something important in that day, try then to decompress the rest of your day. So try not to put other important tasks or important deadline all in one go, because we're human, we're not robots. And it's fine to say, I can cope with this today, it's too much, because we know how much this can affect our brain, our mood, everything, honestly. When you are in pain, and it's not only the pain, it's also the hormones going around, it's not easy. So if you can't move that deadline of that meeting, of course, you know, there are medicines and everything, and get that help. But as I said, try maybe not to overload the rest of your day. If you can, postpone those things for maybe the next day or the next 2 days. So when your brain will be 100% there. But please don't feel that, oh, I can make it, and feel guilty for it. There's nothing to feel guilty about.